Hi, I'm Bob Weir with another interview of interest to residents of Greenville County. My guest today is Jermaine Smith, who is running for the Simpsonville City Council in Ward 5. Thanks for being here, Jermaine.
Oh, thank you, sir.
If you would, please begin by telling our viewers something about your background, such as education, occupation, etc.
Yes, sir. My background is basically I'm a resident of Greenville for all of my life, resident of Simpsonville for over the last 17 years. A lot of my education is basically within business administration. Got my degree from Southern Westland. Most people around this area know that as SWU, which is over in Central, right outside of Clemson. I am currently employed by Michelin North America at the headquarters that is located on Pelham Road as a trainer for one of the divisions of Michelin. And I've been with them for over 13 years as an employee there.
And for those who may not know, what area makes up Ward 5?
Ward 5 consists a lot of, if you're coming down through downtown part of Simpsonville, kind of a little bit past the big clock, coming all the way down Main Street, all the way down towards the parts of where you see where Coach House, the Poncetta neighborhood, also Powderhorn, all the way down to Heritage Park. And even behind Heritage Park where Bryson Elementary and Bryson Elementary School is at, that whole backside area, and even crossing some ways a little bit over onto Fairview Road and a little bit towards Harrison Bridge Road as well. So
and how many wards are there in Simpsonville?
There are currently 6 wards that make up the city of Simpsonville.
Okay. And a resident must live in the ward in order to run for the seat?
Yes, sir. So for me, particularly, I live in Ward 5, so for me to run for that seat, I have to be a resident of Ward 5. But as far as voting, you can be in any ward and vote for any of the candidates. But to run, you have to be living in that ward that you're running
Right.
for.
But residents can vote for all the wards
Yes,
that
sir.
are up for election?
Yes, sir.
All right. What are the major issues facing Simpsonville?
Currently, I know the hot topic right now as far as the issue is traffic. And one thing that I want to make sure that the residents of Simpsonville understand is that the roads that you're driving on are primarily under the Department of South Carolina of Transportation. So the SCDOT operates and run those roads. And so what we have to do as city council is be able to create dialogue and open dialogue, not only with amongst ourselves, but also with county council of Greenville, also working with our district representatives that are reporting to Columbia, to have these conversations, to look at what can we do from an infrastructure to better assist with traffic delays and congestion within the city.
Yeah. And just about everybody's affected by traffic
Yes, sir.
congestion, and it's a complaint many people have in many cities, and that's all part of growing
Yes,
as
sir.
well. But infrastructure growth is very important along with it. What other issues might you want to mention?
Some of the other things that I've heard from different people is that the rate of development when it comes to subdivisions, from single family homes, you may see townhomes, you may be seeing apartments that are being built, and a lot of people have a lot of concerns with the rapid growth of that. The one thing that I tell a lot of people is that the property, that the land itself that these dwellings are being built on, a lot of times owned by private residents. And so city officials can't dictate to a private resident who they sell their property to. But what we can do as city council is to try to, again, have open dialogue with those developers to see what type of dwellings are they building, to see if we can kind of partner with them to make sure that it fits into the overall vision of what Simpsonville is trying to achieve.
And does Simpsonville have good firefighting protection and police officer protection?
So from my 17 years here, I've always seen a very rapid response for fire department. There are quite a few fire departments scattered throughout Simpsonville that cover the entire area. Also with the police force, we do have a a great size force for us police of covering different areas. And again, just as we're growing, those two particular departments are looking at growing as well. Because when your residents are growing, you want to make sure that you have the adequate coverage to protect people for as fires and accidents, but also from safety when it comes to the police.
So Jermaine, you currently serve on the Board of Zoning Appeals. What is that about? For those that may not know.
Yes, sir. Well, the zoning board is basically, our responsibility is to hear different items from residents, businesses that are wanting to come into the area. If there's a new business that's coming in that is taking over an existing dwelling, we hear their response as far as what they're looking at trying to do, as far as doing the upkeep and beautifying that area to make it fit into the city itself, and also hearing other different appeals that come from situations such as there was a gas station that is losing some of their land where they have their sign that displays their gas prices. The state is coming in to take that part of the land to widen the road for a school that's near there. And so they came to us to see if they can get permission to put a billboard on the building to replace that sign. So the zoning board gave their approval for that. So those are the types of things that we have meetings about to help the community as a whole.
So you're pretty active in the community, and you're also president of your HOA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I want to ask you some questions about that, but I don't know anything about HOA. So, Jermaine, why do you want to be on the city council?
The reason why I want to be on city council and represent Ward 5 is that I have been very active in Greenville over probably the last 17 years, doing different activities, community activities, working with the local schools. Most recently, I was a coach at Hillcrest High School for some years, a couple of years ago, and working with different people. And so with my interest getting into the political arena, working with my good friend that is Representative Wendell Jones over District 25, it really got me into the interest of that I wanted to do more for my city. I've seen Simpsonville, how it has grown over the last 17 years, and I wanted to see more things come, and I want to help those residents that are currently here and also those that are coming reach that as well. Okay,
so the election is November 7th, and just for information reasons, you can check on your polling location at www.scvotes, South Carolina, scvotes.gov. Have you ever run for political office before?
No, sir. This is my first time running for political office.
Good, good. It's great to see new people coming into the political process. We need more people to get involved. Any campaigning you've been doing? What kind of campaigning?
Yes, sir. I've been basically have had a couple of different podcasts, different other interviews that I've done, such as this. Also, just talking to different people within the community, getting my name out there, meeting different people at different meetings, and just doing a lot of the ground roots campaigning as far as what you would do with a campaign.
And how about endorsements? Do you have some endorsements?
Yes, sir. I have a couple of endorsements. I've been endorsed by the Realtors of Upstate Association. They have given me their endorsement as far as with this particular run. And there have been a couple other people within the community. I know they're getting ready to come out with some different information as well as on their endorsement, but I'm getting a lot of good feedback from people.
Jermaine, is there anything you'd like to add before we close? We're being grabbed by the clock.
One thing I'd like to add is, please, on November the 7th, please come out and vote. My name is Jermaine Smith, Ward 5 for Simpsonville. We need your vote. And just please get involved with the voting process and the political process, because local representation does affect us a lot faster than it does for our national.
Well, I want to thank you, Jermaine, for coming here for the interview, and I want to wish you good luck in the election.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching.